Now before we dive into the tank build, quick warning. If you don't cover your tank or set up your tank right, your turtle will escape. I've had to rescue Bucket from under my couch more than once. Stick around and I'll show you exactly how I turtle-proofed my setup. First thing you gotta figure out, what turtles are you keeping? Different species have totally different needs, especially when it comes to space. My girls here, Chloe and Bucket, are common musk turtles, also known as stinkpots, and they're the perfect size for my limited space here in New York. Why? Because they max out around 5.5 inches. That means a 30-gallon tank is enough space for the two of them. This one right here is a 30-gallon ribless Waterbox Clear Mini 30. It's 31.4 by 15.7 by 15.7 inches. The stand, I actually built it myself using 2x6 and 2x4s. I've been eyeing the Waterbox stand for a while. Might grab it when it goes on sale. What do you guys think? Should I stack another setup down there or just upgrade the stand? I know, some people love gravel or bare bottom, but hear me out. Sand looks natural, doesn't cause compaction, and it's super easy to siphon during water changes. Plus, if you use a lighter color, you can instantly spot turtle mess on the surface. And trust me, turtles are basically poop factories with legs, so seeing where the mess is helps a lot. I also like that sand pairs beautifully with rocks and wood. It gives a more natural riverbed look without being overcomplicated. What substrate do you guys swear by? And if you're team gravel, I'm generally curious. Why? This is where a lot of first-time turtle keepers go wrong. They try to make their turtle tank look like an Aquascaped planted tank. The problem? Turtles treat plants like a salad bar. They'll eat them, shred them, and leave you wondering why you spent $40 on a plant that lasted one afternoon. Instead, I keep it simple, but natural. Saviu stones and Mopani wood. I use Saviu stones to hold up the wood and create a basking area. Mopani looks fantastic, but fair warning, it releases tannins like crazy. If you don't want brown iced tea water, boil it or soak it for a few weeks before adding it to the tank. You could use a floating duck, but I like the challenge of making it look like an actual slice of nature. Here's a pro tip. I would avoid brittle rocks. Turtles bite everything. This one's always debated. Canisters are kind of seen as the gold standard. They're powerful, efficient, and a lot of people swear by them. I've actually used both canister filters and HOBs, also known as hang-on-back filters. I do weekly water changes and a deep clean once a month. HOBs are just faster to maintain. I can load mine with CChem Matrix for extra biofiltration, and it gets the job done. That said, hang-on-backs can be noisy with water trickling down. That's why I eventually went with a canister. As for carbon, it's totally optional. With turtles being so messy, you'll burn through carbon really fast. If you're changing water weekly, it's not essential, but if you want to run it, that's up to you. What filter do you use? Canister or hang-on-back? Let's start a friendly war in the comments. This one's optional, but I recommend it. Stale turtle water smells, well, you know, gross. Even a small pump keeps the water moving so you don't get dead spots. I wouldn't go too strong. You don't want your turtle surfing waves in your own tank, but a Hydor, Blueville, or an Equion will do the trick. I'm using a cheap LED light off of Amazon so I can actually see what I'm cleaning. But the real must-haves are the UVB and heat lamps. Even if stinkpots don't look like they bask, they still need UVB for healthy shells and bones. Heat lamps are non-negotiable too. I use a combo lamp, and I make sure basking spot stays between 85 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. A cheap surface thermometer helps. Start your lamp around 10 inches away and adjust until you hit that sweet spot. Trust me, don't eyeball it. I did it once, and my turtles let me know it was not right. Here's where stinkpots are tricky. People warn against filling the water too high because they're not great swimmers. True, they're clumsy. The bigger danger? Escaping. These turtles are climbers. I've lost Bucket more than once, and the whole family had to go full detective mode around the house to find her. That's why I built a custom plexiglass lid, using acrylic holders that fit the rim of the tank perfectly. If you don't want to wake up and find your turtles missing, keep your basking platforms and wood away from the edges. The ideal water temperature for a common musk turtle is 72 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit for adults, and a little warmer, 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit for juveniles. Now here's the catch. Stinkpots are notorious biters. You need a heater, Make sure it's durable or they'll chew right through it. I highly recommend getting a dedicated plastic or steel heater guard. It prevents them from getting burned and keeps your heater safe from their chompers. Congratulations, you've got yourself a livable turtle setup. Feed them a varied diet. Worms, shrimp, snails, pellets, mealworms, and even cuttlebone. Occasionally dust your food in calcium powder. The more variety, the healthier your turtles will be. Just remember, you're only signing up for 30 to 50 years with these guys. Turtle keeping is a long-term relationship. It isn't easy, but it is certainly rewarding. And before I go, if you haven't checked out my new 15 facts and information on these turtles, please go check that out and let me know what you guys think of this video.